We are taught in school that World War I began with 2 bullets fired in Sarajevo, a tragic accident igniting a chain reaction no one intended. That's the story for children, but the truth is far darker. To understand why millions of men died in muddy trenches and why the Middle East's borders were carved in the chaos, you must look beyond the assassination. Look at the world in 1900. The British Empire was the undisputed master of the globe, built on 2 pillars, the Royal Navy controlling every ocean lane and the Suez Canal, the lifeline to India, the crown jewel of empire. Control Suez, and you control trade with the East. German merchants, Russian traders, they all played by London's rules. But in the heart of Europe, a new giant was rising. Germany, unified in 1871, industrializing at a furious pace, yet trapped in landlocked Europe with no colonies and no navy to challenge Britain. Meanwhile, the Ottoman Empire, once mighty, rotted from the inside, drowning in debt to British and French banks. By 1881, bankruptcy forced the empire to surrender control of its economy to European bankers. Taxes collected from salt, silk, and tobacco flowed directly to London and Paris. Sultan Abdulhamid II watched helplessly as his empire was stripped bare. The Sultan needed a lifeline, infrastructure to modernize and defend his empire without foreign interference. A railway stretching from Constantinople to Baghdad could move troops across deserts in days rather than months. But asking Britain or France would tighten their grip. Germany saw opportunity. Kaiser Wilhelm II envisioned a railway from Berlin to Baghdad, bypassing the British Empire entirely. German goods, steel, and chemicals could traverse Europe to the Persian Gulf without touching a British port. For Germany, it was power. For the Sultan, survival. For Britain, a nightmare. Construction began under German engineers and financing by Deutsche Bank. Mountains were blasted, deserts crossed, rivers bridged. The engineering was a marvel of its time. But as the tracks crept east, panic gripped London. Strategists saw a dagger pointed at the heart of the empire. German troops threatening Suez, cheap goods flooding India, and above all, oil. The railway crossed Mesopotamia, rich with untapped oil needed to fuel the future navy. Britain could not allow the railway to succeed. Diplomacy first, the Sheikh of Kuwait signed an agreement giving Britain control over any foreign leases, blocking a Persian Gulf terminal. Propaganda followed. Newspapers painted the Ottomans as barbarians and Germans as tyrants. Finance was next. London's banks refused to fund the project. Yet the Germans pressed on. By 1914, rails snaked through southern Turkey. The threat was real. And in this shadow, World War I ignited, not over borders or pride, but over economic dominance. The Ottomans miscalculated. They hoped Germany would free them from debt and help reclaim lost lands. But the railway was incomplete. Gaps through mountains strangled supply lines. Armies, guns, and supplies couldn't move fast enough, giving Britain the chance to regroup and capture Baghdad and Jerusalem. As the war raged, Britain and France secretly carved up Ottoman lands. In 1916, Sykes-Picot drew lines on a map, ignoring tribes, faiths, and geography. Yet these lines mirrored the Baghdad Railway's route and the oil fields it crossed. Arabs were promised independence if they revolted, led by T. Lawrence, Lawrence of Arabia, who sabotaged Ottoman rail lines. But freedom never came. Instead, colonial rule replaced Ottoman authority. The Sultan was deposed, the Caliphate abolished, and debt restructured onto the new nations. The Berlin-Baghdad Railway was shattered across Turkey, Syria, and Iraq. The dream of a steel silk road was dead. The Ottoman Empire's collapse left a vacuum still shaping the Middle East today. Pipelines replaced rails, oil flowed west, and local infrastructure remained primitive.